The situation between Israel and Iran, dubbed the 12-Day War by President Donald Trump, is currently in a complex state of ceasefire efforts and denials, following a period of intense escalation. Here's a breakdown of the latest updates as of Tuesday, June 24, 2025, Chennai time. US President Donald Trump announced on social media that Israel and Iran have agreed to complete and total ceasefire, to be phased in over 24 hours. He stated that the war would officially end after 24 hours from a phased beginning. Trump communicated directly with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to secure the ceasefire, with his team also in contact with Iranians through direct and indirect channels, reportedly with Qatar's help. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi initially denied a complete and total ceasefire agreement, stating, "As of now, there is no agreement on any ceasefire or cessation of military operations." However, he added a crucial condition: provided that the Israeli regime stops its illegal aggression against the Iranian people no later than 4 a.m. Tehran time, we have no intention to continue our response afterwards. This suggests a de-escalation offer contingent on Israeli actions. Iran's actions, including stopping attacks after this deadline, will be key to confirming the de facto ceasefire. Israel's silence. As of now, Israel has not officially commented on Trump's ceasefire announcement. However, there were no reports of Israeli strikes in Iran after the 4 a.m. Tehran time deadline mentioned by Araghchi, though intense Israeli strikes continued in Tehran and other areas until shortly before that time. Israel's military stated that public restriction guidelines issued due to the conflict will remain in effect, and the Israeli military declined to comment on Trump's statement. U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, Operation Midnight Hammer. Over the weekend, the United States, in its first offensive military action in this conflict, launched strikes against 3 Iranian nuclear sites: Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. Weapons used. These strikes reportedly involved B-2 stealth bombers dropping GBU-57A, B massive ordnance penetrator, bunker buster bombs, as well as Tomahawk missiles. Damage assessment. U.S. officials, including General Dan Kane, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, claimed extremely severe damage and destruction to all 3 sites. Satellite imagery also suggests significant damage, particularly to Fordow and Natanz. However, Iran maintains that the damage was quite superficial, and that materials may have been moved beforehand. The IAEA has not reported an increase in off-site radiation levels. Iranian retaliation. Operation Glad Tidings of Victory. In response to the U.S. strikes, Iran launched missile attacks on June 23, targeting. Iran launched missiles at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, the largest U.S. military installation in the region, and reportedly at Ain al-Assad base in western Iraq. Qatar reported intercepting the missiles targeting Al Udeid, with no casualties or significant damage. Iran had reportedly given Qatar early warning of the impending attack. Israel. Iran also launched missile barrages towards Israel, causing injuries in cities like Tel Aviv and Haifa. Before the ceasefire talks, human rights groups reported at least 657 deaths and over 2,000 wounded in Iran due to Israeli strikes. Around 24 casualties were reported in Israel from Iranian missile attacks. Qatar played a crucial role in mediating the ceasefire. Its Prime Minister, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani, reportedly spoke with Iranian officials to secure their agreement after President Trump informed Qatar's Emir of Israel's acceptance. Internet shutdown in Iran. Information flow from Iran has been severely limited due to an internet shutdown lasting over 36 hours. U.S. crude oil futures fell significantly following Trump's ceasefire announcement, as concerns about supply disruptions in the Middle East eased. India continues Operation Sindhu to evacuate its citizens from Iran. The UN Security Council had warned of the region being on the brink of a deadly downward spiral, and European diplomats were actively seeking de-escalation. The situation remains fluid, and while a ceasefire has been announced by the US and seemingly accepted conditionally by Iran, the long-term stability and political implications are yet to unfold.